Transformational leadership. Imagine a leader who doesn't just guide people but completely transforms them, like a master sculptor who sees the masterpiece within the stone. This is transformational leadership, a style that elevates both the leader and followers to their highest potential. At its heart, transformational leadership operates through four key dimensions. First, idealized influence, where leaders become role models through their actions, not just words. Second, inspirational motivation, creating a compelling vision that energizes people. Third, intellectual stimulation, challenging people to think creatively and solve problems innovatively. Fourth, individualized consideration, treating each person as unique and nurturing their growth. What sets transformational leaders apart is their ability to connect individual growth with organizational success. They don't just ask what needs to be done, but who can we become? This profound shift in focus creates a ripple effect where personal development drives organizational transformation. The most powerful aspect of this style is its sustainable impact. Unlike leaders who create temporary motivation through rewards or pressure, transformational leaders create lasting change by helping people discover their own power and purpose. They build leaders, not just followers. Democratic leadership. Think of democratic leadership as conducting an orchestra where every musician's voice matters. This style transforms traditional top-down management into a collaborative symphony of ideas and decisions. The essence lies in shared decision-making and open communication. Democratic leaders create an environment where team members feel safe to voice opinions and contribute to important decisions. They understand that wisdom often emerges from collective intelligence rather than individual brilliance. What makes this style particularly effective is its ability to build commitment through involvement. When people participate in decisions, they develop a sense of ownership that drives deeper engagement and better implementation. It's the difference between being told to climb a mountain and helping choose which mountain to climb. Perhaps most profoundly, democratic leadership builds organizational resilience. By developing everyone's decision-making capabilities and sharing responsibility, these leaders create organizations that can thrive even in their absence. It's leadership that outlasts the leader.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is like being the captain of a ship during a storm, making swift, clear decisions when circumstances demand immediate action. While often criticized in modern management theory, this style remains crucial in specific contexts. This leadership approach operates through clear command chains and centralized decision-making. Think of a surgeon in an operating room or a military commander in battle situations where quick, decisive action matters more than collaborative discussion. The leader assumes full responsibility for decisions and provides explicit directions. What makes this style powerful in certain situations is its ability to provide clarity and swift action in high-stakes environments. When time is critical and mistakes could be costly, having a single, authoritative decision-maker can be vital for success. The key insight is understanding when to deploy this style. Modern autocratic leaders use this approach selectively, like a powerful tool in a larger toolkit. They recognize that while authority is sometimes necessary, it must be balanced with other approaches to maintain long-term team engagement and development. Servant leadership. Servant leadership turns the traditional leadership pyramid upside down. Instead of asking, "How can I lead these leaders?" ask, "How can I serve?" It's like being a gardener who focuses on creating the perfect conditions for others to grow and flourish. This approach operates through empowerment, humility, and genuine care for others' growth. Servant leaders prioritize their team's needs, remove obstacles to success, and create opportunities for development. They lead by supporting rather than commanding. The profound impact of this style comes from its focus on human development. By putting others' growth first, servant leaders create a cascade of positive change throughout their organizations. They understand that organizational success follows naturally when people are truly supported and developed. The most insightful aspect is how it transforms organizational culture. When leaders model service-oriented behavior, it creates a ripple effect that influences every interaction, from internal teamwork to customer service. Charismatic leadership. Charismatic leadership is like having a magnetic personality that naturally draws people toward a vision. These leaders don't just communicate ideas, they ignite passion and inspiration through their presence and communication. The foundation of this style lies in emotional intelligence and powerful communication. Charismatic leaders create strong emotional connections, articulate compelling visions, and generate excitement about possibilities. They don't just share information, they tell stories that move people to action. What makes this style particularly powerful is its ability to create emotional buy-in. These leaders tap into people's aspirations and dreams, making them feel part of something larger than themselves. They transform ordinary tasks into meaningful missions. The most fascinating aspect is how charismatic leaders can make complex change feel achievable and exciting. They have the rare ability to help people see beyond limitations, to envision and work toward better possibilities. Laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership is like being a master chess player who sets up the board but trusts players to make their own moves. This hands-off approach focuses on creating the right conditions for success, then stepping back to let capability flourish. This style works through careful delegation and trust. Leaders provide resources and offer support when requested, but otherwise stay out of day-to-day operations. They trust their team's expertise and judgment to deliver results. The unique power of this approach lies in how it fosters independence and creativity. When people feel trusted to work in their own way, they often discover innovative solutions and develop stronger problem-solving skills. It's leadership that creates more leaders. The key insight is knowing when to apply this style. It works beautifully with highly skilled teams, but can lead to chaos with less experienced groups. Success depends on matching freedom to the team's capability. Transactional leadership. Transactional leadership operates like a well-structured marketplace, where clear exchanges of effort for reward create a systematic path to success. This leadership style builds on the fundamental human understanding of fair exchange and clear expectations. At its core, transactional leadership establishes clear structures and expectations. Leaders set specific goals, define rewards for success, and outline consequences for failure. Think of it as creating a clear roadmap where every milestone has its own reward and every detour has its consequence. This clarity helps team members understand exactly what's expected and what they'll receive in return. The psychological power of this style lies in its use of both positive and negative reinforcement. Good performance is rewarded through bonuses, recognition, or promotions, while underperformance leads to corrective action. This creates a predictable environment where people understand the direct connection between their efforts and outcomes. What makes this style particularly effective in certain contexts is its ability to drive specific, measurable results. In sales environments, production facilities, or any setting where clear metrics define success, transactional leadership can create powerful motivation and consistent performance. However, the most profound aspect of successful transactional leadership is how it builds trust through consistency. When leaders follow through on promised rewards and consequences, they create an environment of reliability and fairness. This trust becomes the foundation for higher performance and engagement. Modern transactional leaders often complement this style with elements of other leadership approaches, recognizing that while the transactional framework provides essential structure, it needs to be balanced with inspiration and development opportunities. Visionary leadership. Visionary leadership is like being a master storyteller who can paint a picture of the future so vivid and compelling that it inspires people to help create it. These leaders don't just see what's possible, they make others see it and believe in it too. The foundational strength of visionary leadership lies in its ability to connect present actions to future possibilities. These leaders excel at creating and communicating a clear, inspiring vision that gives meaning to daily work. They help people understand not just what they're doing, but why it matters in the bigger picture. What sets visionary leaders apart is their ability to balance optimism with realism. While they paint an exciting picture of the future, they also acknowledge current challenges and help people see practical paths forward. They're dreamers who understand the importance of concrete steps and realistic planning. But the psychological impact of this leadership style is profound. By connecting daily work to larger purposes, these leaders tap into intrinsic motivation, the deep human desire to be part of something meaningful. This creates engagement that goes beyond simple reward systems. Perhaps most importantly, visionary leaders excel at maintaining inspiration during difficult times. When challenges arise, they help people stay focused on the larger goal while adapting tactics as needed. They understand that vision provides the stability people need during change and uncertainty. The most fascinating aspect is how visionary leadership creates organizational alignment. When people share a compelling vision, they naturally coordinate their efforts better, making decisions that support the larger goal even without direct supervision. Coaching leadership. Coaching leadership is like being a master developmental guide who helps people discover and maximize their potential. Unlike traditional directive leadership, coaching leaders focus on drawing out capabilities rather than putting in instructions. The fundamental approach involves asking powerful questions rather than providing answers. These leaders excel at helping people think through challenges, create a safe space for experimentation and reflection, understanding that growth often comes from working through challenges rather than avoiding them. What makes coaching leadership particularly powerful is its focus on long-term development rather than short-term performance. While they care about results, coaching leaders understand that building capabilities leads to sustainable success. They help people develop problem-solving skills. The psychological sophistication of this style lies in how it builds both confidence and competence. By helping people discover their own solutions, coaching leaders build self-reliance and decision-making abilities. They understand that the way people arrive at solutions is often as important as the solutions themselves. The most profound impact of coaching leadership is how it transforms both individuals and organizations. As people develop stronger capabilities and confidence, they become more innovative and adaptable. This creates a learning organization that can better navigate change and complexity. Modern coaching leaders also understand the importance of context. They know when to coach and when to direct, adapting their approach based on the situation and the individual's development needs. Bureaucratic leadership. Bureaucratic leadership is like being an architect of organizational systems, creating structures and processes that ensure consistency and reliability. While often criticized as rigid, this style plays a crucial role in organizations where precision and standardization are essential. At its core, bureaucratic leadership focuses on creating and maintaining clear rules, procedures, and hierarchies. These leaders excel at developing systems that ensure quality and compliance. They understand that in certain contexts like healthcare, finance, or safety-critical industries, following established procedures is crucial for success. What makes this style effective in appropriate contexts is its ability to reduce errors and ensure consistent performance. By creating clear guidelines and decision-making processes, bureaucratic leaders help organizations maintain high standards even when dealing with complex operations or high-risk situations. The most insightful aspect is how successful bureaucratic leaders balance structure with flexibility. While they maintain necessary rules and procedures, they also create mechanisms for updating and improving these systems based on feedback and changing needs. They understand that effective bureaucracy serves people, not the other way around. Modern bureaucratic leaders often combine their systematic approach with elements of other leadership styles, recognizing that while structure is important, it must be balanced with human needs and organizational adaptation. Situational leadership. Situational leadership is like being a skilled martial artist who can adapt their technique to any opponent or situation. This sophisticated approach recognizes that effective leadership isn't about finding one perfect style, but about matching leadership to context. The model operates through four main leadership styles: directing, coaching, supporting, and delegating. Leaders assess both the task requirements and the follower's development level to choose the most appropriate approach. This requires high emotional intelligence and careful observation of both people and situations. What makes situational leadership particularly powerful is its recognition that the same person might need different leadership approaches for different tasks. A highly skilled employee might need minimal direction in their area of expertise, but require more support when taking on new challenges. The most profound aspect is how it develops both leaders and followers. Leaders become more adaptable and observant, while followers receive the specific support they need to grow and succeed. This creates a dynamic relationship that evolves as capabilities develop. The psychological sophistication lies in understanding that leadership effectiveness depends on matching the leader's behavior to the follower's needs and readiness. This creates trust and effectiveness through appropriate support, rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. Participative leadership. Participative leadership is like conducting a symphony where every musician contributes to the interpretation of the music, not just playing the notes. This style goes beyond simple democratic voting to create deep engagement and collaborative innovation. The essence of participative leadership lies in its ability to harness collective intelligence. These leaders create environments where diverse perspectives are not just heard but actively sought and integrated into decision-making. They understand that the best solutions often emerge from the synthesis of different viewpoints and experiences. What makes this style particularly powerful is its ability to build both better decisions and stronger commitment. When people participate meaningfully in decision-making, they gain deeper understanding of challenges and become more invested in solutions. This creates a virtuous cycle where engagement leads to better implementation. The psychological depth of this approach lies in how it satisfies fundamental human needs, autonomy, and purpose. People feel valued not just for their work but for their thinking and creativity. This builds intrinsic motivation that goes beyond simple compliance. Most profoundly, participative leadership creates organizational resilience through distributed knowledge and shared ownership. When insights and decision-making capabilities are widely shared, organizations become more adaptive and innovative. The modern participative leader understands that participation isn't one-size-fits-all. They create different channels and levels of participation, recognizing that people have different comfort levels for involvement. Pace-setting leadership. Pace-setting leadership is like being an Olympic athlete who leads by example, setting high standards and demonstrating excellence in action. These leaders don't just talk about high performance, they embody it and expect others to match their pace. The core of this style lies in its focus on excellence and speed. Pace-setting leaders set challenging goals, demonstrate high standards in their own work. They operate with a sense of urgency and drive that can be both inspiring and demanding. What makes this style powerful in certain contexts is its ability to create rapid results and breakthrough achievements. In high-performing teams or during crucial projects, pace-setting leadership can push people beyond their perceived limitations. The psychological complexity of this style lies in how it balances inspiration with pressure. While the leader's example can be motivating, the high expectations can also create stress. Successful pace-setting leaders learn to read their team's capacity. Perhaps most insightfully, effective pace-setting leaders understand that this style is best used selectively. They recognize when to push for excellence and when to step back. They complement their high standards with support and recognition. Modern pace-setting leaders often combine their drive for excellence with elements of coaching and support, creating an environment where high performance is sustainable rather than burning people out. Strategic leadership. Strategic leadership is like being a grandmaster chess player who sees multiple moves ahead while understanding the whole board. These leaders excel at connecting present actions to future possibilities. The foundation of strategic leadership lies in its ability to balance short-term needs with long-term vision. These leaders excel at seeing patterns and possibilities in complex situations, making decisions that address immediate challenges. What makes this style particularly powerful is its focus on creating sustainable advantage. Strategic leaders don't just solve problems, they create opportunities. They understand how different organizational elements interact and how to align resources. The most profound aspect is how strategic leaders manage paradox and uncertainty. They're comfortable with ambiguity and skilled at finding balance between competing priorities. Modern strategic leaders also recognize the importance of adaptability. While they create clear strategies, they build in flexibility to respond to changing conditions. They understand that in today's fast-moving world, strategy must be both robust and adaptable. This leadership style is particularly crucial in helping organizations navigate complex environments while maintaining coherent direction and purpose.